Good morning, friends. So there was a minor delay because of some technical issues, but yes, we are back. Okay. So welcome everyone. So let us start the session without any further delay. Okay. So this is a short introduction about myself. You can go through this. My name is Aptitude Sahu. Okay. And I take all the civil engineering subjects. So today we'll be studying what? The construction planning management and building material. Now this construction planning management and building material, okay, it has good weightage. If we combine both of them, you can expect 3 to 4 marks from this particular portion in your upcoming GATE examination. So good morning Survi, good morning Kartike, good morning Juhi, good morning Swapnil. Okay, so already I have taken lot of videos. Okay, so I'll request you that apart from this particular video, okay, I'll request you that you go through these videos also for the upcoming GATE examination. This is a video on the box compounds of cement, the components of cement, yes. Then I have already taken a formula memory test for building material and MSQ session for building material. These are very important sessions. I can say very important sessions. All the questions I have designed as per the upcoming examination. So very important sessions for building material, yes, for the upcoming examination. So I request that along with today's video, after today's marathon is over, okay, today's marathon will last for 4 hours, 5 hours, okay, and after this is over, I will request you that you all revisit these lectures. If you have attended lectures, just revisit them. If you have not attended, then please cover these lectures also, very important, okay. And then I have covered 40 objectives for cement. This is very important, okay. Again I will put a 5-star here because you might expect a 1-mark question from these 40 questions. Also I have taken a lot of expected questions from building material and construction planning management. So these 4 videos, I'll request that after this session is over, okay. They will ask PUT also, CPM PUT both they will ask, okay. So this 1, 2 and 3 and 4 videos. So after today's lecture is over, you please cover these 4 videos also, okay. And 21st and 22nd we are having your engineering mathematics marathon on the BYJU'S exam prep app. I have already informed you about this, okay. I have already informed you about this. So I'll again remind you that please keep your 21st and 22nd free so that you don't miss these sessions because very important sessions. But it will be on that app, BYJU'S exam prep official app, so download the app. Also after this is the last session of marathon, okay, and then we are coming up with this prediction series from 21st of January. So from 21st of January we are coming up with this prediction series. In prediction series we will be solving 10 most, or I can say not most, 10 predicted questions by different teachers. So different teachers will predict. So the prediction might be true, it might be wrong, but thing is that since the teachers are experienced, so they can give you out of 10 questions, you can expect at least 2 to 3 questions being asked in the examination. Yes. So 10 predicted questions from each topic will be discussed in the prediction series. It is starting from your 21st, and finally we are coming up with this formula series where only formulas will be discussed in a only important formulas will be discussed in a very fast manner. How to remember those formulas, okay, because before the examination sometimes what happens, we know how to use the formulas but we sometimes forget the formulas, right? So we'll be coming up with this formula series and your predicted question series from 21st of January, okay, after this complete. Open channel flow, it's not complete, not covered in your not covered in this, okay, fluid mechanics, no. So what you can do is that I have taken one top 50 questions of top 50 OCF questions I have taken. You can cover that, okay. In the channel you can go, you will find top 50 MCQs on OCF. You can cover that. Obviously that is objective in nature, and for some more OCF videos you can go to the BYJU'S exam prep app. There I have taught OCF in details that you can also cover, okay. Now coming back to this session, let us focus on this session. Let us focus on this session. And also on 27th, 28th, 27th, 28th and 29th. There will be verbal ability, then engineering mathematics and general aptitude. So many sessions are coming up for your aptitude and mathematics. So no worries about that. Okay. And those who are interested in taking a full course next year, for them there is a scholarship test on 22nd of January at 12 p.m. And if you are already prepared, you can inform your juniors or your seniors. If they are not prepared till yet, tell them to prepare. So how much is weightage? I told CPM and building material, you can expect a question of 3 to 4 marks in the GATE examination. Okay. Now coming to today's session. Okay, today's session. So first we will be seeing, mostly I will be focusing on CPM, but because numericals will be asked from CPM only. So let us start with CPM. Okay. In CPM, the first question, you can say not CPM means, we can say construction planning management. Okay. And the first question they can ask is, they will give a network diagram and they will ask you to find out the critical duration and thereby identify what? The critical path. Identify the critical path. This is the first type of question they will ask in the examination. And this will be typical 1 mark question. Typical 1 mark question. So I'll request you to see all the possible path from this 1st to 12th. Okay. See all the possible path and then see the total time taken for different path, and the one which takes the maximum time becomes the critical path, and that becomes the critical duration. So it's a very easy question which they ask in the examination. So first of all, find out all the possible paths from 1 to 12. Okay, possible paths. Okay, find out and then add the time durations. The time durations given. The time durations given. Just add the time duration in those paths. Come on, do this and give me the critical path also and the critical duration also. Give me both. Chalo. Okay, 2 for time is not given. Okay, take this as 2. Take this as 2. Chalo, not do. Take this as 2. Let us see all the possible path. This is one possible path. Another possible path. Another possible path. And the last possible path is yes, these are the possible path, right? These are the possible path. Let us see the time for this 1 to 5, 9, 11, 12. It is how much? 8, 10, 14, right? This is 14 days. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3. 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. This is also 14 days, right? This is also 14 days. Then this 1 to 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, that is 8, 13, 17 days. Yes, this is 17 days. The last one, 1 to 4, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. It is 19 days. No. It's 8. 13, 13 plus 4, 17 days. So we have 2 critical paths actually here, right? Yes, we have 2 critical paths. If we see the critical path, we have 2 critical paths, right? Critical paths, these both are critical paths, yes, 2 critical paths, and the critical duration is 17 days. The critical duration is 17 days, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is typical 1 mark question. This is typical 1 mark question. Here the network will be already drawn. The network, how are we getting 19? Anywhere 19 we are getting? 19 we are getting? No, na? This 4 belongs to this one. Okay. So 8, 13, 17 we are getting. Okay. Now, this helicopter is really making sound. Let me switch it. Switch this sound. Santi. So much of sound. Okay. Now, Not little Shanti, na? Oh my God, so much of noise was coming. Okay, so here what happened? The network diagram was given to you. 15 days, 3. Which one? 1 to 4. This is 15 days, huh? 1 to 8 plus 3, 11. 15 days. This is 15 days, sorry. This is 15 days. So we have only one critical path. We have only one critical path. The critical path is which one? This one, right? The critical path is your 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12. So if they ask a question like this, here what happens? Here the diagram will be given. Diagram is given means what? You have to just identify. So it will be 1 mark question. The next type of question will be, they will not give you diagram. You have to draw the diagram and then find out the critical path and the critical duration. Okay. Now you see this question. If this question is asked, it will be a typical 2 mark question. It will be a typical 2 mark question. So what will happen in this? You have to draw the diagram and then identify the critical path, right? So they are giving 1 mark extra for what? For drawing the diagram. So you see different activities are given. Different activities are given. Yes. And then the preceding. Preceding means what? Preceding means which is before, right? Before. This is what? Preceding. This is before. Or I can say previous. I can say what? Previous. And following means next. Following means next. So the previous activities and the next activities are given and the time duration is given, right? So to draw the diagram. First of all, everybody draw the diagram. If you draw the diagram, they can easily find out the critical path. Okay. First of all, everybody draw the diagram based on this information. This is previous means this is P for previous and following means the next. I make mistake, so that's what you have to practice now. Therefore, you're conducting the session. Previous and this is next. This is previous and this is next and this is time. So start. Okay. So you see some hints I will give, like you see A has no previous. That means what? A is the starting activity. A has no previous, that means what? A is the starting activity. That is done. A has no previous means it's starting activity. The activity which has no previous means what? It's the first one, right? Then you see H and I. H and I have no next. That means what? They are the last one, right? They are the last one. So I can say your H and I are the last ones. So some kind of, intelligence you have to use in this manner. First of all, decide the first one and the last one. And how you decide? The one which has no preceding, that is the first one, which has no succeeding, or I can say no next or no following, that is what? Your last one. So this first, this thing we did. So A and HI. Then A is followed by B and C. So obviously A is followed by B and C. A is followed by B and C. So we'll draw B here. Okay. Then we'll draw C here. B and C. Okay. Now you do the rest one. Okay. I started and from beginning and end I did. Rest one you do. So this is done. A is done. H and I is done. Now you do rest things. Do. This is 4 days. I is 4 days. H is 7 days. B is 4 days. C is 6 days. Okay. So 22 critical, no, actually 23 it will be. See, once you draw the diagram, tell me it is drawn. Just tell me it is drawn, then I will proceed. First you draw the first activity and the end activity. How you find out the end activities? End activities are the activities which has no following, no next or no succeeding, right? And the first activity which has no previous. Done? Okay, very good. Others also, take your time and draw. Done? Okay, okay. चलो देखते हैं. See, B we will follow. B has D and F. Okay, B has D and F following. B has D and F following. So D and F. Okay. Then C has E and G. C has what? E and G. C has E and G following, and obviously previous one is A. Then D has B, previous one, and D has next is E and G. You see, D has next and E and G. That means this D should join here, na? You see, this D should join here, na? Yes. The next is D, E and G. So done. D is done. E has next as H and I. Okay, H and I. That means this E will connect here. So E has next H and I. So I is over here. Okay, and G was here, na? This G was also there, na? Yes. So this E has next H and I. So for, see, E next is H. Okay. The written activity. The written activity. What they will give title? They have written activity. Okay. So E has next H and I. Now for E having next as I, there has to be a dummy, na? So therefore there has to be a dummy like this. Done. Good. So E also done. Now F has I only. F has I. No problem. Okay. F has I only. No problem. And G has I only. That means G will connect here. Right? G will connect here. Done. It is done. It is done, right? It is done. Now write the duration and check everything finally. D has duration of how much? 3 days. And then F has duration of 6 days. Then G has duration of 5 days. And E has duration of 5 days. Okay. And H. Okay, done. Now what you do, once you draw it, suppose your drawing is over. Your drawing is over. What you do, you check again. You check again. A has no following and A has no previous and B and C are following. True. From diagram it is found. For B, you see A is the previous and D and F are next. True. Then for C, A is previous and E and G are next. Yes, true. For D1, B is previous, true. And next one, and the following one is what? E and G, true. Then for E, H and I are the next one. Yes, H and I are next one. And C and D are the previous one, true. For F, you see B is the previous one and I is the next one, true. For G, C and D are previous one and I is the next one, true. And H and I have no next one because they are the last ones. And H has previous which one? E. And I has, you see, I has previous of E also is previous, F also is previous, G also is previous. So this network diagram is correct. Everybody understood how to draw the network diagram? How to draw the network diagram? Everybody understood? Everybody understood how to draw the network diagram? Understood? Some more questions I have solved. Okay. Some more questions I have solved in this session. Okay. In this session, if you want to solve some more questions, more network diagrams I have drawn in this session, you can go and solve that. Okay. For practice. Some more network diagrams you can draw from this session. I have already taken the session on that. Okay. So nice, done. Now let us see the possible path and the critical path. Let us see the possible path and the critical path. Chalo. Possible paths are what? Let us find out. Now tell me what is the critical path and the possible path. Let us see. A, B, F, I, A, B, D, G, I, A, B, D, E, H, A, B, D, E, I, and then A, C, G, I, then A, C, E, I, and then A, C, E, H. Okay, these are the ones, right? These are the ones. These are the ones. Let us see. A, B, F, I. A, B, F, I is how much? 18 days, right? 18 days, na? Yes. Then A, B, D, G, I. A, B, D, G, I. It is how much? 8, 11, 11 plus 16, 20 days, right? 20 days. Then A, B, D, E, H. A, B, D, E, H is how much? 12 plus 3, 15, 15 plus 8, 23. Ladies and gentlemen, 23. Then A, B, D, E, I. A, B, D, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 4, again 20 days. And then A, C, G, I. 10 plus 9, 9, 10, 19. And then 10 plus, this is also is 19. And then this is 22. So, ladies and gentlemen, the critical path is this, and this is the critical duration. Ladies and gentlemen, as per the options, the answer is B. A, B, D, E, H. Understood? Now, this question will be a typical 2-mark question in the gate. You see, it is not tough. Okay, you have to be little smart. Preceding means previous. Okay. Following means next. Or they can write on what? Succeeding also. They can write on what? Succeeding also. Succeeding also. Whatever is the spelling. Might be wrong spelling. No problem. Okay. Understood, everyone? Any doubt in this question and this type of question? Okay. Okay. And when you are doing this question in the examination, suppose you are taking little more time, better is to save it for the last. If you are solving the question and you are seeing that you have already taken 2 minutes and you are not able to crack it, so don't waste. Otherwise, you will spend 15-20 minutes and time will be wasted. So if you are seeing the question and within 2-3 minutes you are able to draw the diagram, well and good, go ahead. Otherwise, if you are taking more than 2-3 minutes, that means what? It is not clicking at that time. So better to do it at end. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll waste 20 minutes there. Yes? Okay. So understood, this is the second type of question. As I told, first type of question is what? They will draw the diagram and ask you the critical path, critical duration. Right? Second is that the diagram will be not given. From the information given in the question, you have to draw the diagram, and from the diagram, you have to what? Find out the critical path and the critical duration. Okay, this is the second thing. Next thing is from PERT. Let us go to PERT. So this was what? How to identify the critical path and the critical duration. Next questions they can ask from PERT. Okay, the PERT, Program Evaluation Review Technique. Okay, from PERT. Okay, how to use dummy. How to use dummy? This is the way to use dummy. This is the way to use dummy. When you are unable to establish relationship, that means you have to use dummy. Like you see here, we saw that E next is H and I. Yes. So you see E next is H. That is done, no problem. But how it will be I? The only possibility is that if you have a dummy there, then only it will be, then only I can say E next is H and I. So then you have to use the dummy. When you are unable to establish the relationship, okay, by any means, okay, then you have to use the dummy to establish the relationship. Dummy is always used when you are seeing that you are unable to establish relationship by using normal activities. Then you have to go for the dummy activity. Like here we used this dummy activity because E next was H and I. H was straightforward. It was looking straightforward, but the problem was with I. Yes, so therefore we had to use them. Yes, next. Okay, so PERT. In PERT, they will ask you any activity, you see any activity is there in part, what happens? Any activity has 3 time estimates. What? T naught, the optimistic one, most likely TM, and then pessimistic. 3 time estimates. Okay, and TP always obviously will greater than TM and greater than T naught. And the expected time of this particular activity will be what? T naught plus 4 times of Tm plus Tp divided by 6. This will be what? This will be the expected time of this particular activity. Expected time of this particular activity. Yes. And the standard deviation of this activity will be how much? Standard deviation will be Tp minus T naught divided by what? 6. This will be the standard deviation of this particular activity. Standard deviation means what? Standard deviation of the time of this activity, right? The standard deviation of time of this activity. And if you are unable to guess from the question that which is the TP, yes, suppose in the examination you are unable to guess from the question which is TP, which is TM, which is T naught, from the language, very simple. The largest one will be TP, yes or no? The largest one will be the TP and the smallest one will be what? T naught. Optimistic, right? So it will take less time, and the obviously TM will be in between them. That's it. Like this question you see. This question I've already solved in the class before, okay? But again, I'm trying to solve this is sort of an MSQ question. I've already solved some one session, but I'm just repeating because we are revising. So a experiment completes in 57 minutes in adverse condition. It completes in 13 minutes in favorable conditions. When repeated multiple times, completion time 32 minutes has the maximum frequency. That means what? It is the TM, right? So it's very easy. The largest one will be TP, the smallest one will be T naught, and the largest one, the medium will be the most likely. Now some things are given, so we have to answer them. A typical 2-mark question. This can be an MSQ question also, right? This can be an MSQ question also. Now expected time of experiment is how much? Let us see. Straightforward, tell me what is the expected time. Chalo batao. What is the expected time? Batao. Chalo. What is the expected time? Very easy. Tell me what is the expected time. What is the expected time? 33 minutes. Very easy. I am not finding a very straightforward question, so I am not finding this. 33 minutes. This is correct. This is wrong. Okay. Very good. Next is variance is asked. What is variance, by the way? Variance is sigma square, na? Variance is standard deviation square. So first you get the standard deviation and then square it. Okay. So what's the standard deviation here? The standard deviation is how much? It will be TP minus T naught divided by 6. That is how much? I can say your 44 by 3 or 44 by 6 or 22 by 3 or 7.33. This is the sigma, but what is asked? Asked is variance, means sigma square. So sigma square is how much? Sigma square will get 53 point something, right? So this is also correct, this is wrong. Okay, so 2 and 3 are correct, but we have to judge it is right beta or left beta. How to judge? I have already explained in one lecture, but I'll again explain. Okay, I'll again explain. What you do, draw the distribution, okay? Okay, now first of all, you see that this is your T naught is how much? T naught is 13 now, and your TP is 57, right? TP is 57, and this is how much? 32. This is how much? 32. How much you got your TM? 3 TE. TE you got is 33. TU got is 33. This is the 33. Okay. So what happens? The peak we get where? The peak we get at TM only. The peak we get at TM only. So I can say the curve will be something like this. Yes, the curve will be something like this. Okay, the curve will be something like this. Yes, here getting the maximum one, the maximum one will be corresponding to TM. Now this is what? This is left beta. This is left beta. Yes. So this is what? Left beta distribution. So answer is D. Answer is D. Left beta how? If you see the curve is shifting towards your left hand. You see the diagram, Okay, so diagram, you see your paper, don't see me. See your paper, okay, your notebook. If you're writing, if you're watching movie like this, that's a different thing. If you're sitting on the table and solving questions with me. So if the curve is shifting towards your left hand, okay, that is what? That is left beta. So it is left beta. Yes. Or I can say if your TE is greater than TM, it is left beta. Yes or no? If its T is greater than TM, this is what? Left beta. Okay. If the opposite is there, means what? If TM is greater than TE, yes, that time I'll get a right beta distribution. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this basic question? This will be asked as 1 mark or 2 mark question. Any doubt? No doubts? No doubts. Very straightforward things. Very straightforward things. Now coming to this series of activities. In series of activities, okay, series of activities you can see T naught, TM, T naught is given. Yes. So if here they ask you to find out the expected completion time of the project, means what? A series. Very simple. So for the series, if you want to find out, it will be what? It will be summation of T naught plus 4 into summation of Tm plus summation of Tp divided by what? Divided by 6. Very simple. So find out the answer. Find out the T of this series. Very straightforward. Find out. Find out T of the series. It's very simple, straightforward question. I'm going easy. All the type of questions which they can ask. Please solve this. Forty. 50. Summation of T naught is 16, 22, 29 actually, right? 29 plus 4 into summation of Tm is 20 plus 20, 40. And summation of Tp is 26, 36, 51, 25, 36, 51, yes, divided by 6. So this will be getting 160 plus 80, 240 by 6. I am getting how much? I am getting 40 days. So this is your TE. So for a series, if they ask a question like this, very straightforward, easy question. Now if for the series they ask you what? The sigma of this series. The sigma of this series. How to find sigma of the series? That will be the square root of the summation of the variance. Square root of the summation of the variance. So what you do here? Here the variance is how much? Here sigma is how much? 15 minus 9 by 6. That is how much? 1, right? Okay. I find out sigma of each activity. Here sigma is 1. Here sigma is what? 4 by 3. That is 2 by 3. Then here also 4 by 3, 2 by 3. And here it is how much? It is 8 by 3. That is what? 4 by 3. Now when I take the summation of sigma square, that will be what? That will be 1 square plus 2 by 3 square, that is 4 by 9, plus again 4 by 9, plus 16 by 9, and then I will take a square root of this. So square root of this. So I can say if I take 9 common, then how much I will get? I will get 9 plus, it is 20, 24, 33 by square root of 9. Yes, so I am getting how much? Square root of 33 divided by 3. This will be 6 point, 5 point something. So you have to take the square root, na? To take the square root. Take the square root, na? Square root. If you take the square root, how much you are getting? This sigma. Did I did some mistake or what? 20, 24, 20, 33. No. How much are you getting? Take the square root. What you have found out? 3.67 is what? Sigma or sigma square you are telling? And one. Why are adding, man? Why you are adding? You don't have to add, na? Do this what I have told and tell me the answer. 1.914 others. हाँ, why you added sigma? अरे भाई कितना पढ़ाया लास्ट टाइम, क्या किया तुम, सिग्मा ऐड क्यों कर रहा है? Why you are adding sigma? Sigma never has to be added. You have to take the sum of the variance. This is what? Square root of sum of variance, right? Square root of, this is what? Square root of sum of variance. ओके तुमको लगा और एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहा है, वैसे नहीं करो, क्या है, क्या बोल रहा है, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग? और स्क्वायर रूट नहीं लिया, ओके स्क्वायर रूट लेना है, डोंट फॉरगेट टू टेक द स्क्वायर रूट. स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ सम ऑफ वेरिएंस, ओके square root of sum of variance. And here I will tell you one thing, don't commit this mistake, don't do this summation of t naught, summation of tp minus summation of t naught by 6, don't do this one. Here variance is involved, so square is involved, you cannot add them here. So if you do this, how much you are getting? If you do this, you will get how much? You will get 51 minus 29, that is 22 by 6. You will get 22 by 6, na? This is how much? 22 by 6, 11, you are getting this one. You might have done this one. ये नहीं करना है, काट दो. Okay? This is wrong, don't do this. Now what is the doubt? You have to find variance first in series for standard deviation. If you find out standard deviation, then square is variance, na? See, if you find out the standard deviation of each activity, okay? If you find out the, अरे भाई क्या फिर से 3.66? Okay, you are telling the answer. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, मतलब you are telling the wrong answer to this wrong approach. Okay, ठीक है. Understood what I am trying to say? What I am trying to say, understood or not? ये नहीं करना है. ये नहीं करना है. You have to find out first the standard deviation of each activity. Then take the variance. Variance means what? Square of the standard deviations. मैं इसको square कर देता हूँ, ऐसे लिख देता हूँ ताकि clear हो जाए. First, find out standard deviation of each activity. That you will find out how? That you can find out by what? TP minus TM T naught by 6. वो ठीक है for each activity. But then you take the square of the variance. Square is sum of the variance. Okay. Sum of square of standard deviation is same as what? Sum of variance. Yes, and then take the square root. I can say this as what, you know, I can say this as the variance of the, this is the standard deviation, na? Yes, of the series. Yes. If you take the square of the standard deviation of the series, can I say that, you know, the square of the, also I say the variance of the series is sum of variance of each activity? Yes or no? The variance of series is what? The sum of variance of each activity. Everyone is clear in this? Tell me, or any doubt you have, or we'll proceed. Any doubt? ये एग्जाम में पूछेगा. It's a very standard thing. You should not commit mistakes in these things. You should not commit mistakes in these things. Come on. Any doubt here? Tell me. No? Clear? This is a standard 1 mark, 2 mark question, and this you should not commit mistakes. Other things you commit mistake, like complicated thing. Don't commit mistakes. Very straightforward. Okay? So again I will tell, here you can do this stuff, take the summation and all, while finding the expected time of the series, but don't do this stunt here. This will be wrong, it will give you wrong results. Very good. Next is the probability question. Next one, next is the probability questions. Okay, next is the probability questions. Okay, probability questions. How to solve the probability questions, I will tell you. Okay. Now, अरे बाबा हेलीकॉप्टर इतना साउंड करता है, पढ़ाने नहीं देता है, क्या है? ठीक है, कुछ दिन के बाद ऐसे ठीक हो जाएगा, वैसे भी देन प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. ओके, ये थोड़ा कुछ दिन का बात है, ऐसी क्या बात है. ओके, नाउ coming back, probability questions. Okay, now you can find out the expected time you can find out the expected time of a project. The expected time of the project is what? The expected time of the project is the expected time along critical path. Along critical path. Or I can say this is a critical duration actually. This is what? The critical duration. This is the critical duration. For example, if I see here, you see this network you see. This network you see. In this network, these four, what are these things? These are the expected time of the activities. Understood? These are what? The expected time of the activities. Yes? So when I am asking you to find out the critical path duration, that is what? Suppose you are 23. This 23 also becomes what? This is the critical path duration. This also becomes what? This is the expected time of project. Everybody understood? This is the expected time T capital E of the project. This is the expected time of the project. Okay. The critical duration is the expected time of the project. Okay. Now, here, okay, here. There will be a scheduled time. There is a scheduled time. Scheduled times, or I can say planned time. Scheduled time. See, what is the spelling of scheduled? Scheduled time, or I can say planned time. Okay. You are planning to complete the project within a particular scheduled time or planned time. Yes. Now, for that you will find out a Z. This Z is what? This is known as your standard variate. This is known as what? Standard variate. See, I am not going to go into details of this. I have already explained in one particular video. That video I have told earlier. Now I am going in fast forward mode because this is revision class. This is not a concept development class. But still I am telling you some things which are required. Now this will be how much? TE minus, TS minus TE by what? The standard deviation of the project. This will be the standard deviation of project. Yes. So, if you can find this one, Z, then for each Z there will be a probability PZ. That data will be given. Yes. And this will give me what? This PZ will give me what? This is the probability. This is the probability of completing. This is the probability of completing project within your TS stage, the scheduled or planned days. I will give you the probability. Straightforward. We'll solve questions, don't worry. We'll solve questions now. Okay. Now, what I told about this? This is what? Standard deviation. Calm and quiet, everybody sit. आराम से पढ़ के जाओ. They will ask a question from this. You will be easily able to answer. No need to panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. आराम से रहो. Now also time is left. Don't panic. Now what you should do is, what should be your thing, you should study in such a way that if I study 6 hours today, whatever I study nicely, if that comes in the examination, I will solve it correctly. Don't try to eat everything. Now, this I will solve, this I will study, this I will study. You fix hours. Suppose you are sitting for 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours per day. Sit for 8 hours. Plan some things that I will cover these things. Cover them nicely, properly, solving questions, revising them. And then what is left, don't worry about it. Next day, again you sit, revise this. What is left, don't worry about that. That worry you would have done 6 months before. Now that is not the time. Now you try to be calm, quiet. Whatever you study, try to study in such a manner that you don't commit any mistakes in that. If you see my marathon, yesterday also I taught RCC, before that also I taught steel. See, yesterday did I cover whole of RCC? Yesterday did I cover whole everything of RCC? Did I cover that? Did I cover everything of RCC? Tell me. Yesterday did I cover everything, every possible thing of RCC? Did I cover? No, I didn't cover. I didn't cover. What I covered? What I covered? I covered singly reinforced beam nicely. Yes? Singly reinforced beam, everything I covered about singly reinforced beam. Yes or no? Yes, nicely I said without any headache. Nicely I covered singly reinforced beam. Nicely I covered shear design. Yes? Shear design also nicely, stirrup, spacing, everything nicely we covered. Then we saw a column design also. What are the types of questions they ask from column design? Nicely was saw. So now tell me. Now, are you confident that tomorrow if they ask a question in the singly reinforced beam, you are confident or not? Now, yesterday after attending that session, whatever questions they ask from singly reinforced beam, are you confident or not? Tell me. Are you confident or not? Yes, you are confident, right? This is the way to revise. ये नहीं है कि यार मतलब बड़ा 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 सब कर दिया पूरा बैठ के सब कर दिया मैंने, लेकिन कुछ किया ही नहीं कुछ किया ही नहीं। सब करने के चक्कर में लास्ट में कुछ भी, सब कुछ किया, सब कुछ टच किया, सब कुछ फॉर्मूला देखा, लेकिन nothing is stable in the mind, nothing is settled in the mind. That is the major issue of many students, that you are worrying about the completion. Don't worry about the completion. Worry about what? When you are studying X topic, your full focus should be how to study this X topic in such a way that nicely I will study that topic so that I am at least confident about X topic. Then once X topic is over, then I will study Y topic in such a way very nicely that I don't commit any mistakes in Y topic when the Y topic is asked in the examination. Then once Y topic is over, I'll go to Z topic, and Z topic I will how to revise formula. Therefore formula series is coming now. Formula is coming now. And best way to revise formulas is to solve questions. Best way to revise, so you might have class notes, you might have questions, just solve the question. Sit for 2 hours, 3 hours, solve the questions. More questions you solve, more revision happens. See, only seeing formulas will not help. Obviously, we should see formulas also. Or you can, one page, you sit like, see, you like suppose you want to revise formula. Last 24 days kya? वो तो last 24 days, last 240 days, last 360 days, last 480 days, last 996 days also same strategy is there. There is no separate strategy in the last. Some people come with such vague things that what to do, so revise in last 25. The same thing actually. If you are studying before 240 days also, your method of revision should be what? Like today, like till now what we studied. Till now what we studied? Revise like this. Till now revise. T is equal to Tm T naught plus 4Tm plus Tp by 6. Sigma is equal to Tp minus T naught by 6. Then T of a series will be summation of T naught plus summation of Tm 4 plus summation of Tp by 6. See, this revision, this thing you will do before 20 days also, you will do before 60 days also, you will do before first time you study also. Same method. Same method, nothing new. Okay. And thing is that if you have done this thing from starting, then you will do the same thing now also. So make this habit, no extra thing. Like this formula पढ़ लिया, अच्छा है, बढ़िया है, मजा आया, yes, खत्म, yes, okay. So what I am trying to say now is, now it is not the time to be panic. I am telling you, have you seen Titanic movie? Have you seen Titanic movie? How Jack was so stable till the end, right? Jack was very stable in the end. He was not panicking. Yes, he was not panicking. Okay, he was not panicking. So don't panic. Don't panic. Never panic. Come. I will try to study X topic. I'll cover this X topic nicely. Whatever questions are asked from X topic, I will be able to solve that. No problem. If there are 100 topics from civil engineering, I covered 40 topics. Whatever questions are asked from 40 topics, I will solve them correctly in the examination and I'll get whatever marks is possible. Yes. See, you should have covered 100 topics, but suppose you have not covered 100 topics. Okay. You should not covered 100 topics. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. There was a time you should have covered, but somehow you didn't cover. It's okay. Accept your mistake. Okay, accept your mistake, and then do whatever is possible and go to the exam. And next time, don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Learn it. Yes, understood. So don't panic and start studying everything under the sun, and then what will happen? Then nothing will retain. Nothing will retain. I always tell that. So today also, I will focus on the topics which are prominently asked. I will certainly leave some things, yes, as usual I do, yes. But whatever I will teach in a very calm way so that a question which is asked from this, you will not commit any mistake. Like see, now see, if a question is asked like this, where they ask you standard deviation, they give a series, they ask you standard deviation, now you will not commit any mistake because here I taught you very nicely, calmly. Yes. See, yesterday also we covered nicely, calmly. I don't never want to, complete everything in one go. I always eat slowly. Okay. I will tell you, if you want to win, you want to conquer something, don't try to eat it at one go. What will happen? You will get loose motion. If this some sweets are there. Ghevar is there. Ghevar, have you heard? It's a very nice sweet. I like ghevar a lot. Ghevar from Rajasthan. Ghevar. Even malpuas also are very tasty. A lot of sweets are there. So it looks like this, ghevar. Okay. So one neighbor used to give me ghevar a lot. So in childhood, I used to have this ghevar. So what happened? This ghevar used to be there at the home. And see, nowadays ghevar, if you go to some traditional shops, you might get some pure ghevar. But nowadays, many people are there not preparing good ghevar. But good ghevar is prepared from pure ghee and properly. So what happens? In childhood, I wanted to eat it completely. So what I should do? I'll go and eat this much. This much is over. Then after 1-2 hours, this much. After 2-3 hours, this much. Okay. After 1-2 hours, this much. After 1-2 hours, in 2-3 days, okay. In 2-3 days, I'll complete this whole ghevar. Nicely enjoying. Nicely enjoying. I'll cover this ghevar. I complete the syllabus. I complete the syllabus of ghevar in 1-2 days. So what I'm trying to say is that always try to eat slowly. Means eat slowly in the sense what? You want to cover a syllabus, then don't think that you will be able to conquer in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Take your time. Whatever you are covering, take your time, put your full focus in that chapter and be there when you are studying that chapter. Don't think about anything else when you are studying a particular chapter. That time it is all about that chapter, that question, that's it. After that is over, then I will think of the next question or next chapter. I will not worry about other things. Today, if suppose tomorrow you are trying to revise, you decided that today I will revise consolidation settlement. So 4 hours consolidation settlement, nothing else in your mind. After that is over, then you think now what I will do. Like this, if you study and eat one thing slowly. One day you will see that you have eaten up the whole thing without much difficulty. I have done this not only in studies, in my career, wherever I have gone to work professionally, there also I have grown professionally slowly. I never try to become the hero in an organization in the day one. I never. I always focus on my work, that what should be my work. My work should be quality work. Yes, suppose the work amount is 100. The work amount is 100. Then I don't target to complete 100 in 1 month or 20 days. I don't do that. What I do, I'll cover 10 or I'll cover 5 of the target. But that 5 will be in such a way that it is done. It will be perfect. Yes. And the next day I will do 5. Like this, what happens? In 5-6 months, I have covered 70-80 in such a nice way that it is perfect. So any organization you want to grow, tomorrow also you will go, some organization you will work. Yes, obviously everybody will work in some organization. There also don't try to be hero in 1 or 2 days. You will not become hero in 1 or 2 days. Lot of time you will take to understand the systems, the management, the working professionals there. Try to work with them, grow with them gradually, one by one single day at a time. Don't worry about what will happen. That day when you're working, full focus on the things of that day only. Don't worry about what will happen after 1 month, okay, after what will happen after 2 months. Yes, and I used to work in one organization, and there was one of my friend. He used to always worry, he'll always worry. Arey, what will happen after 2 months? This will happen, this happens. Okay, let's continue, sir. Okay, you don't want to listen? Don't listen. Okay, you are not liking this. You're thinking that I am wasting time. You don't listen. Leave the class. Okay. You don't want to listen, leave the class. And management, please block this person, this Manish Bhagat, please block him. Okay, if somebody is there, please block him. Okay. Other students, you like it, then why you are telling let's continue? That means I don't know that when to teach, when not to teach. I don't know. Okay. I don't know when to teach, when to not teach. I don't know. I am wasting your time. That means you are telling that thing. So if you like it, I don't like it, doesn't matter. Even if you don't like it, I will tell the truth, na. See, it's not that you like it or don't like it, I am telling you. If you don't like, that is your problem. If I am telling some things you don't like, that is your problem. Yes? Okay. Line mein aa gaye. Very good. What I'm trying to say is that I was telling about one friend, yes, that he was worrying so much. That what will happen? What will happen after 2 months? This will happen, that will happen, this will happen. I used to tell that today you have come to office. Today you focus that how you will grow professionally, both in based of skill and knowledge for today only. Don't worry about what will happen after 2 months, 3 months. If you grow today nicely, after 2 months, if some mishappening happens, you will be sufficiently skilled, you will be sufficiently, having knowledge to move on to another organization or to do something good in your life. Yes. So this worrying not only it happens in your studies, if you are doing that thing today also, that panicking always, then that will continue in your workplace also. Always you will be, like this. Okay. So don't become panic. Every day you go to office, worry about that single day. That how things will be very nice, how I will grow professionally, how I will do the best that day. Yes. And that should be continued for what? That should be continued for the studies also. So today you are studying CPM. Yes. Today you are studying CPM. Today you are studying this question. Be there only. Don't worry about other things. That worry you will do when? I'm not telling don't worry about the other subjects. Worry. But when you will worry? Worry after this is over. After this is over, then you worry. Okay. So, coming back to this. Okay. Now, suppose I am giving you a network. Okay. I am giving you a network. Very nice. The network, okay. And I'm giving you T0, TP and TM. T naught, TP, TM is given. Okay, I'll name the activities also. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, nice. Now what you will do, first of all, now you find out the expected time of all the activities. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Give me the expected time of all the activities. Give me the expected time. They will give you a network like this. Okay. And first of all, you find out the TE. Find out the TE of each activity. For A, it is how much? Tell me A this, B this, like this you tell. After this question, we'll take the break. After this question, we'll take the break. A6. I am not solving. Tell me. Continue telling. B, C, like this you continue telling. Don't wait for me. Continue telling. Continue telling. E how much? F 26 plus 52. F is how much? F 13 na? Yes. G anybody got? G. G is 6.83 ना? Yes, 6.83. 833 ले लेते चलो. H is how much? H is 10.833. H is 8.1033. I anybody got? I is 20 plus 11. 31 divided by 6. 5.167 and J last one is 25 plus 48. 25 48 divided by 6. 12.167. So these are what your TE of each activity. Okay. See, in either they give in two way. Either they will give you the TE of each activity. You see this question. You see here what has happened. You see here directly the TE of each activity is given. You see here what directly TE of each activity is given. If they give the TE of each activity, very nice. If they don't give the TE of each activity, they might give you the T naught, TM and TP of each activity, from where you can find out the TE of each activity. Very good, Rai Mohan Parida. Now tell me the critical path and the critical duration. Tell me the critical path and the critical duration. That will become what? The expected time of the, that will become the expected time of the project, right? Now tell me the critical path. Take all the possible paths and tell me. I am writing all the possible path. A, E, G, A, C, F, G, A, C, H, J, BDHJ and BIJ. I think these are the possible path, right? Any other possible path? No, I think these are the possible paths, right? These are the possible path, right? AEG, ACFG, BDFG, then BDHJ, and again D is H is 10.833. Okay, let me see. 22 plus 40 divided by 6. Okay, 10.33. This is 10.333. This is 10.333. Okay, possible path. So let us find out what the critical duration. For each path, how much you are getting. For AEG, it is how much? AEG 13, 19, 20 na? But this is 20 days. This is 20 days. This is what? 20 days. Okay, this is 20 days. Yes. Then ACFG 15, 28, 29, 35 na, this is 35 na, this is 35 na, yes. Then ACHJ 15, 15.5, 25.5, 25.5, 37.67. This is 37.67. Then BDFG. We're telling BDSG. See ACSG, how much you're getting? See ACSG, we're getting 15.167, and then 25.167, 25, and then you're getting 37.167 na. You see, we're getting this as 37.67. Yes. And then this BDFG, BD 19.167, and 19 plus 30 to 13 is 32, 32 plus 6, 38, this is 39 na, this is 39. In BDSJ 19, 29.5, 29.5, 41.167, or we can say 41.67. This one is 41.67, and BIJ 16.33, 16.33, 16.5, 28.5. Yes. So 41.67 is the this is the expected time of the project, critical duration, that is becoming the expected time of the project. Everybody found out? BDSG na? BDHJ, right? BDHG, there is no possible path like this na. BDHJ तो कोई path ही नहीं है. BDSG, BDHJ है. ये देखो ये वाला. This is the critical path. B, D, yes, see B, D, H, and then J. This is the critical path, right? Yes, 11. Let me just add the values. 11.167 plus D is 8 plus H is 10.333 plus J is 12.167. Approximately I can say 41.67. Everybody understood how we got the critical path and the expected time of the project? Everybody understood or not? How to get the expected time of project? Everybody understood or not? Clear? Everybody is clear in this expected time of project? Everybody is clear? Yes? You find out the TE of each activity, either that might be given. If it's not given, then you can find out like this and then do the same stuff. Now, what about the standard deviation of the project? what about the standard deviation of the project? How to find out the standard deviation of project? What you do for the critical path, if you see, if you arrange this, you see the critical path, what you got? The critical path you got is B. Somebody might ask, sir, you are taking so much time in solving one question. I am explaining also. Okay. If I solve, then I will solve fast only, na. I am explaining also, na. Therefore, time is going. And it is okay to spend 5 minutes also. It is okay if you are spending 5 minutes also, no problem in a question like this, because it will be a little complicated. B, D, H, J. B, D, H, J. So once your critical path is done, na, you draw it like a series. Yes, you can draw it like a series, right? You can draw it like a series. Yes. And when I was finding the TE, what I did, for B it was 11.167, for D it was 8, yes, and H it was 10.333, and then for J it was 12.167. Then what I did, the expected time of the project was the summation of what? The expected time of each one. So what I did, I got that as 41.667, or I can say 41.67. Now what I will do, if I want to find out the standard deviation of the series, and standard deviation of the series is what? It is standard deviation of the critical path, right? It is standard deviation of the critical path. And that standard deviation of critical path becomes what? Standard deviation for the project. Yes or no? Yes. So what do? You find out the standard deviation of each activity. You can find out standard deviation of each activity. For B it will be how much, tell me? 17 minus 6, 11 by 6, right? It will be 11 by 6, na? Hey, what happened to this man? अरे अरे क्या हो गया इसको? ये गायब कैसे हो गया? अरे अरे ये क्या हो गया भाई? तो गजब है. क्या हुआ क्या? रुको तो. अरे this is new disease. New disease identified. Yes. So when you're trying to find out the standard deviation of the series, that will become what? Of the critical path, and that will become the standard deviation of what? Of the whole project. Somebody has found out the answer also. So what I will do, first I will find out standard deviation of the individual activities. For first one it is how much? 11 by 6. 11 by 6. Yes. And then for D it is how much? For D it is 4 by 6, na? For D it is 4 by 6. And then for H it is 8 by 6, na? 8 by 6. And then last, for J it is 9 by 6, means 1.5 I can say, right? 9 by 6, that is 1.5. So what I will do, this is 4 by 3 is 1.33 actually, and this is actually equal to 2 by 3, so 0.67, and this is I think 1.83 you are getting. Yes. So now for the critical path, if you want to find deviation, what you will do? You will find out the variance and add them and take the square root, right? So I can say 1.83 square plus 0.67 square plus 1.33 square plus 1.5 square. So how much you are getting? Tell me, come on. बताओ कितना आ रहा है? बताओ कितना आ रहा है? Almost 2.8 you are getting, na? Round figure 2.8, na? Round figure you are getting 2.8, na? Yes. Others also please confirm me this. Others also please confirm me this. 2.8, very good, great. Very good, very good. Very good. So ladies and gentlemen, tell me, if I give you a network like this, if I give a network like this, you can easily find out the expected time of the project, and you can also find out what? The sigma of the project. Yes or no? You can easily find out the sigma of the project. कुछ नहीं करना है, क्या करना है? कुछ नहीं करना है, क्या करना है? You have to find out the expected time of each activity. Yes. Then see the possible path, and the largest time duration will become the critical path. Along that, add the expected time, that will become what? The expected time of the project. And along the critical path only, the critical path will become a series of activities. Along the critical path only, find out the sigma like this. So ladies and gentlemen, in this equation, now tell me, in this equation, if a network is given, you can easily find out TE and sigma. Yes or no? In this particular equation, TE and sigma, you can easily find out if a network is given. Yes? Okay. So we'll leave it here. Okay. So we'll take a break now. We'll leave it here. Okay. So after the break, we'll be solving this question. Okay. After the break, we'll be solving this question. So the break will be over. We'll study the probability thing, but I want to take a break now because you should also tired. So we'll meet at 11:45. Okay. 11:45 am class resume. So have some tea, wash your face. Okay. Have some refreshments, and then we will have. Yes. Okay. Sure. Sure. Welcome back. Welcome back, friends. So if you are back, then write hello. We'll start the session. Okay, so we extended by 5 minutes. I heard paneer puff and tea. So it was a little tasty, so I was enjoying the tea. Okay, so back. So everyone is back, and let us start the session. So before the session, where were we? That there will be a a standard variate Z, and that will be how much? That will be your Ts minus Te by your sigma, right? And corresponding to Z, this will be a probability, and this probability will give me what? The probability of completing the project within Ts time. And with this 2 belongs to the project. Yes, either they will be given, or I taught you how to find out the TE and sigma of a project, right? I taught you. Now suppose we have a question like this. Okay, suppose we have a question like this. The expected time of a project is 30 days and the standard deviation is 3 days. That means what? Already the TE is given and the standard deviation is also given, right? It is already given in the question. It's not given how to find out, I have already taught that, right? But it is given in the question. What is right written? The probability of completing the project within 33 days. So within 33 days, right? So within 33 days means this is the TS. This is the TS. Now you have to find out Z. What I told about Z, it is TS minus TE by what? Your sigma. So TS is 33, T is 30, and then what? Sigma is 3. I am getting how much? Z is equal to 1. For Z is equal to 1, what is the probability given? PZ. The PZ, what is given? It is given 84.13. So the answer to this is what? The answer to this is 84.13%. Very easy, right? Very easy. Very easy. It is what? 84.13%. So the probability that project will be completed within the TS time, here TS time is what? 33 days, is P of Z, and that is how much? That is actually equal to 84.13. It's very easy, very easy. Similarly, you gave me this answer. Chalo, solve this question and give me the answer to this. Chalo, solve this question. Solve this. This is 10.15. Yes, you see, the probability of completing the project within 31.5 days. So what will be Z? Again, this is TS, right? So Z will be TS minus TE by sigma. So I can say this will be 31.5 minus TE is 30 divided by sigma is 3. I am getting how much? 0.5. So corresponding to 0.5, what is the probability? 69.15. So answer is what? The probability is 69.15%. Okay, don't worry, this table will be given in the question. Don't remember tables, it will be given in the question. Now solve this question then. Let us see, solve this question. Very good, Rai Mohan. Fast, that was fast. But answer is correct or not, that we will see. Others? So if you are solving this question, you'll be getting Z is equal to how much? Always remember Ts minus Te by sigma. So here this is your Ts, right? So it will be how much? It will be your 27 minus 30 divided by 3. You're getting how much? Getting a value of minus 1. And then we don't have data for minus 1, so we have to see the property. You have to see the property. You see this standard variate distribution is symmetric about what? It is symmetric about Z is equal to 0. It is symmetric about Z is equal to 0. Now when I say probability of Z, positive Z suppose, positive Z value, positive Z value, positive Z value, then what happens? This is the area. Yes, this is the area, right? Now see, if I consider negative Z, if I consider negative Z minus Z, okay, this is positive Z minus Z. You see, the probability of minus Z is this one, right? This much only. Probability of minus Z is this much only. You see, it is symmetric with, okay, if I draw it again little bit. Yes, it is symmetric with what? This area. It is same as this area. When it's same at this area is what? This area is nothing but what? 1 minus probability of positive Z. Yes. So I can say probability of minus Z, remember this, for standard variate distribution, the probability of your, this Z is coming down, okay, like this again. The probability of minus Z is what? 1 minus probability of plus Z. Understood this, everyone? So now, probability of minus 1 will be what? It will be, I can say probability of minus 1 will be what? It will be 1 minus probability of what? Your plus 1. So 1 minus, now this is in decimal, this 1 is decimal, or I can say you can take it 100 also, right? If you take in percentage, you can take in 100 also. So in decimal it is 1, or in percentage it will be what? 100 minus probability of 1. That is how much? 100 minus 84.13, that is how much? 15.87. Everybody understood this thing? Yes? Everybody understood this thing? Important, very important. Now solve this question then. Solve this question. Probability of completing the project in 28 days. Probability of completing the project in 28 days. Solve this question. (28 days TS), Z will be how much? Z will be TS minus TE by sigma, that is equal to 28 minus 30 by your 3, that is how much? Minus 0.67. So probability of minus 0.67 will be how much? If it is percentage, 100 minus probability of 0.67. Very easy. That is how much? 100 minus 74.86, that is equal to 25.14. You can see you can answer these questions very fast. Yes, if you have understood the concept now, you can answer these questions very fast. Very easy actually. Now tell me, what is the probability? What is the probability of completing? What is the probability of completing the project within 30 days? What is the answer? Within 30 days. What is the answer? What is the probability of completing the project in 13 days, 30 days? What is the answer to this? What is the answer? Hurry. 50%. 30 days. This is TS now. So what becomes to Z? Z is equal to how much? Z is equal to, I can say, TS minus TE by sigma. Now TS and TE are same. So Z is 0. When z is 0, you see the probability will be how much? This is at middle. It is symmetric about z is equal to 0. That means what? The probability will be 50%. Remember that for z is equal to 0, the probability is 50%. This data they will not give in the question. This data they will not give in the question. That you should know it before. Okay. So for z is equal to 0, the probability will be 50% because it's symmetric. So half. Yes. So remember this fact. Now I'll ask another question. I'll ask another question on this. On spot editing. Okay. Now answer this question. Find the schedule time. Find the schedule time. Find the schedule time which has such that probability of completing the project is your 62.93%. Find out. Let us see how many solve this question. Chalo, solve this question. Yeah, yes, PUT and CPM more. Yeah, I'll tell you. Don't worry. For timing, don't worry. I will tell you. Continue with this. These are all important things which I'm covering one by one. Okay. Okay. So the answer is, you see, for this probability, this is the probability P of Z. What is the Z you are getting? For this probability, Z is how much? Z is 0.33. I can say 1 by 3. I can take 0.33. I can say 1 by 3. Right? Now this 1 by 3 is actually equal to what? Z is what? Ts minus Te by sigma. So from here I can say Ts will be equal to, I'll multiply sigma by 3 plus Te. Sigma by 3 will be 1 and Te 30. That is how much? 31 days. Understood everyone? This is a very typical question which they can ask in the examination. Always we might think that they will ask you, probability. They might give you the probability and ask you schedule time. Yes or no? Okay. They might ask, give me the probability and ask schedule time. Now they might ask you all the different type of questions they ask you. Not variance, standard deviation, time deviation, not variance, standard deviation. Okay. Now solve this question. Okay. You see here, this is the project. The critical path of the project is given. Here you see what has happened. Here Te and sigma is not given. It's not given. But you can find out, right? For a series, the critical path is given, right? Series, the project is a series, that means the critical path is given. Okay. So for this you can find out Te and sigma. Yes. And what is our percentage probability completing within 38? This is Ts. So Ts is given. So you have to find out Te and sigma. In the other questions, Te and sigma was given to you. So Te and sigma, find out Te, sigma, find out Z, and then solve this question, give me the answer. Chalo, solve this. Take your time. These are the important things which they will ask in the examination. So I am covering one by one. Don't worry. 40. T you are getting 40. Okay. T will be equal to, this is the same thing which we solved, remember? Same thing, same series which I gave earlier. That same thing I have given here. So it will be 40 only. And sigma how much we got? 1.914, na? The same thing. Again you find out once. 1.914, na? 91, let us take 1.91, no problem. Everybody got these two things? Everyone got these two things or not? T sigma for a series, I am not solving, I have already taught that. Now what is the Z you are getting? What is the Z you are getting? Tell me. Z will be Ts minus Te, always remember. Z will be always Ts minus T, that is what? 38 minus 40 divided by 1.91. You are getting how much? Minus you are getting, na? You are getting minus? You are getting minus, na? Yes. Minus 2 divided by 1.91, you are getting how much? Almost I can say this one, right? Almost I can say that close to minus 1.04. You can take close to that, no problem, close to that, minus 1.04, right? Okay, this data. So this probability of minus 1.04 will be what? 100 minus probability of 1.04, that is how much? 85.1, that is how much? 14.75%. So you see, this was little different. How? Here TE and sigma was not given. Yes. Earlier question when we solved, TE and sigma were given. Yes. It was given to you. Yes. So it was easy to find out Z and then you solve the question. But if the TE and sigma is not given, they are giving you a series like this, you can find out TE sigma. Now I have already taught you how to find out TE sigma. Yes. Nice. If they give a complicated network also, then also you can identify the critical path and find out TE and sigma. Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Very good. So probability questions we did. Now one last question I have framed for you. You solve this question, okay? Chalo, solve this question. I am giving you some time. I am giving you some time to solve this question. A network is given. I'll guide you, don't worry. A network is given, okay? In this network, from this network, you will get what? These are the expected time of the different activities are given. From this network, you can find out what? TE. You can find out TE. Yes. Give me the TE of this project. No. Solve. You completely solve it, okay? Now the probability of completion of project within 32 days is given 90%. What is the probability of completing the project in 30.5? Use your brain and solve. I know I can guide you, but I don't want to guide you now. Is it a question? You take your time and solve and give me the answer. Okay, sure. The probability for different Z's are given and they are given in decimals. Solve this question. Chalo, solve this question. Take your time and solve this question. I am giving you time. It's a typical, not a typical, it's a good 2-mark question which they can ask in the examination. See, we solve some straightforward questions. This is a tricky and complicated one. So therefore I have given one complicated one. All the straight ones I have covered. Okay, please solve this question nicely. Take your time and solve. Whatever is coming to your mind, do. I will see WhatsApp. Solve the entire question. Solve the entire question. Solve the entire question now. Solve the entire question. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Brilliant. I am impressed. Very good. See, first you will find out the T from this. When you find out the T from this, you will get how much? 41.5 days, right? You will be getting the critical path where? You will be finding the what is the critical path? And the critical path is this one, right? I think 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6 is the critical path, right? 10, 23.5, 31. No, that is not critical path. That is not critical path. What is the critical path, by the way? 10, 23.5, 30. Which is the critical path you are getting? Getting 41.5 days or something else? 29.5 na, sorry. So who told 49.5? गलती से mistake हो गया. 29.5 days. Okay. That is this one, right? This one path only na. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yes. This is the critical path. Yes, sorry. So 16.5, yeah, this is the critical path. Yes. So this is TE. But you cannot find out sigma here. Why? You cannot find out sigma here because T0 and TP of each activity is not given. So you cannot find out sigma. How to find out sigma? This data is given, right? This data is given. That the probability for, see, for 32 days, what is the Z you will get? The Z you will get is 32 minus 29.5 divided by sigma. This you will get. The probability is how much? The probability is given 90%. Now for 90% probability, what is the Z value? See, for 0.1, yes, for 0.1 Z is this minus, yes or no? So Z is equal to 1.31, probability will be how much? 0.9, na? Yes or no? So for 90% probability, or I can say 0.9, Z will be how much? 1.31. Everybody got convinced with this or not? Obviously you have solved, so you got convinced. Yes, easy. Yes, easy. So from here I will get the sigma. Sigma how much I will get? Sigma I will get as 2.5 divided by 1.31. I am getting sigma of 1.908. I am getting sigma of how much? 1.908. Now once I get this sigma, the probability of completing within 30.5 days, what is the Z? It will be 30.5 minus 29.5, the TE, divided by what? Sigma is 1.908. So what is the Z you are getting? The Z you are getting is your 1 divided by 1.908. You are getting a value of 0.52, almost approximately 0.52 you are getting. So 0.52. Now the probability for minus 0.52 is 0.3. So the probability for plus 0.52 will be how much? Probability plus 0.52 will be equal to 1 minus 0.3, that is how much? 0.7, so 70%. Everybody understood this question and you are able to solve this question, completely complicated question, but you found it easy. Yes, that means what? That means you have understood the concept nicely. I am very happy. I am very happy that you were able to solve this question. So that's great actually. That's great. Okay, very good. So now let us go to some more things. Some theoretical things which they can ask in the examination. Some theoretical things, some more things we will go. You see, there is something known as TLTE of an activity. Any activity, suppose any activity is there, okay, any activity is there, it will have a duration that suppose is Tij. That activity will be between two nodes, I and J, yes, and this will have a TL, this also will have a TL, this will have a TE, and this will also have a T. What is this TLTE? TL is known as latest allowance time. It is known as what? Latest allowance or allowance time. Latest allowance or also known as latest allowance or event occurrence time. Or I can say allowance or occurrence time. Occurrence time. LOT, latest occurrence time. Okay. And what is TE? T is the earliest event, is latest event allowance occurrence time, or I can say here it is earliest event occurrence time. Okay. Now, if you see, this will be TE of I, this will be TL of I, this will be TL of J, but this belongs to an event. This belongs to an event. Okay. Now, if I see such an network where you see, suppose this is the J1 and there are three I1, I2, I3, and obviously these three activities will have three durations, 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Now suppose this has TE1, this is TE2, and this is TE3. This is not expected time. This is different. This is different. This is different. Notation is same but different. This is the expected time is for the activity, but the event occurrence time is for the event, for the nodes. Okay. And this is suppose TE of J. You see, if you want to find out TE of J, there are three options. What you can do, this is the event occurrence time for the I1. Then you do what? You add this duration. Yes. Then you can get this. Yes. Or another option is what? You take the second one and add the second duration. Third option is what? You take the third and then add the duration, third duration. There are three options to find out what? The TE of J. What you will do? You will take the maximum one and that will be what? That will be the TE of J node. Okay. So remember this, I am not explaining here because we have less time. If I start explaining, I can explain also, but I will take half an hour then. So that we have less time, we are just revising the things. So you have to take what? Maximum possible value. When you are finding the event occurrence time, the earliest event or event occurrence time, TE, you will take always what? The maximum thing. You will always take what? The maximum thing. Similarly, if there are three activities like this, and suppose this is what? This is TE of I, you want to find out from, sorry, T, I am going to TL, sorry. This is TL of I, and here suppose there are three, this is I, here J1, J2, J3. Now this is suppose TL of J1, yes, this is TL of J2 and this is TL of J3 or 3 I can say 3 suppose. Yes, just have patience, it will be easy, just have patience. Now, this is the duration of 1, this is the duration of 2, this is the duration of 3. So if you want to find out the TL of I, you have three options. You can go back. If you go back, then TL of 3 minus what? Tij of 1, then you will get this. You got backwards. And then TL of, this is 2, this is actually 2, na? Sorry, I wrote wrongly. Actually, this is 1. This 3. 2 minus 1, Tij of 2. And then TL of 3 minus what? Tij of 3. Yes? You will take what? You will take the minimum one. You will take the minimum one as the TLI. Okay? Understood everyone this thing? This thing everyone understood or not? Why and all I am not going to explain here because it will take some time. It will take some time. Okay? That means when you are finding TE, you will go forward. Yes, you are going forward, right? You are adding. And then what you are doing? You are taking the maximum one. You are taking TE. Yes? You are taking TL, you are going backwards. And you are taking the minimum one. Okay? We'll understand this by a question. Let us understand this by a question. You can see this network diagram, right? This is network diagram, right? For each one, I will write down TE and TL. Okay? I write down TE and TL. So one I will do, one you will do. Okay? So the first one, I write down in this format. TL, T. For the first one, starting the TE, always start with 0. I am starting with 0 here. Let me draw for everyone. First we will go for TL and then we go for TE. TE then TL. Any doubt you can ask me. I am going with first TE. First I am going with TE. Now tell me what will be the TE of second one? What will be the TE of second node? Tell me. What will be the TE of second node? Tell me. What will be the TE of second node? Tell me. What will be the TE of second node? 13, na? Yes. 0 plus the duration 13. Very good. Now for the third one, tell me. For the third one, tell me. For the third one, TE for the third one. TE for the third one. Yes, 14. Yes. TE for the fourth one. 14 ना बाबा 1433 कैसे हुआ? ये 0 है, 0 you added 14 here. So 14, right? Now tell me for fourth one. For fourth one. For fourth one. 33. How? Oh, you are telling for fourth one. Okay, sorry. My mistake. 13 plus 20, 33. Now for the fifth one. For the fifth one, tell me. For the fifth one. For the fifth one. 29. Yes, fifth one, 29. Very good. Now sixth one. Sixth one. Sixth one. Sixth one. Sixth one. Sixth one. TE. Sixth one, 22. Ha. Now tell me for the seventh one. Ha ha ha. Tell me for the seventh one. Tell me for the seventh one, TE. Tell me TE for the seventh one. What will be your answer? $39. Very good. See, there are two options. If you go by this, you see One option is 29 plus 10. You see 29 plus 10, 39. Another option is what? 22 plus 10. Two options are there, right? Two options are because there are two possibilities. So what I will do? I will take the maximum one and therefore it will be how much? 39. Then tell me for 8th one it will be how much? Again there are two options. For 8th one again there are two options. Tell me what is the right one? For 8th one there are two options. Tell me what is the right one? (43), yes. First option 29, 39 plus 4. 39 plus 4 is 43. Other one is what? 33 plus 4, that is what? 37. So I'll take the maximum one, so answer is 43. So everybody now know how to find out what? TE. TE is clear. Understood how to find out TE? Very easy. Now how to find out TL? For the last one, you will just take what? Same. Take both as same. T and TL will be same. Okay, last one. Okay, now tell me what will be the TL for 7th one. TL for 7th one, tell me. TL for 7th one. You subtract, now go back. Subtract, tell me. TL for 7th one. TL for 7th one. Just subtract 439, very good. TL for 6th one. TL for 6th one. TL for 6th one. TL for 6th one. 6th. TL for 6th one. TL for 6th one. 29. 39 minus 10, 29. TL for 5th one. TL for 5th one, tell me now. TL for 5th one. TL for 5th one will be how much? 29 only, na? Yes. TL for 5th one also will be 29. Now, TL for 4th one. What will be TL for 4th one? 4th. TL for 4th one. What will be TL for 4th one? What will be TL for 4th one? 39. 43 minus 4. Very good. 39. Now TL for 3rd one. TL for 3rd one. TL for 3rd one. Tell me what is TL for 3rd one? What is the TL for 3rd one? Tell me. What is the TL for 3rd one? 29 minus 8. 21. Now what is the TL for 2nd one? TL for 2nd one. TL for 2nd one. TL for 2nd one. 13. We have two options. You see 39 minus 20. 19. I have two options, you see. I have either I can do 19 or second one is what? 29 minus 16, that is what? 13. So I told whenever I am finding TL, I take the minimum one, therefore 13. And then for first one, it is how much? For first one, it is how much? See, first one also I have two options. 21 minus 14, 7. And then 13 minus 13, that is 0. I will take the minimum one here. So answer is 0. So everybody understood how to find out TE and TL. Yes, how to find out TE and TL. Okay, this TE and TL are different thing. This is your earliest event occurrence time and this is your latest event occurrence time. Okay, so you can easily find out if a network is given like this. TE go forward, TL go backward. TE, whenever there are two options, choose the maximum one. TL, whenever there is a two possibility, take the minimum one. Game over. Game over. Now certain things. Now see, this is an activity. Two activities are this is two activity within two nodes. Suppose this is first node. Sorry, this is suppose I node. This is J node. I node, J node. This is TL of I node. This is TE of I node. Yes. This is TL of J node. This is what? TL of TE of J node. Yes. Now each node or each event, each node indicates what? One event, right? Each event or node each event or node will have what? Will have a slack value. And what is that slack value? That slack will be TL minus TE. Very easy. That slack value will be what? TL minus T. And if the slack value S you are getting as positive, that means the project has not, that activity has not delayed, it is not delayed. Slack means what? That event is not delayed, sorry, event is not delayed, and delay is allowed. Delay is what? Allowed. Means what? It has not delayed yet. You can delay it by the slack amount. If it is equal to 0, that means there is no delay. Yes, delay is not there, but delay is not allowed also. Why? Because I can say it is on time. I can say what? It is on time. This I can say slack is positive means what? It is before time. It is running before time. It is ahead in time. Yes, ahead. It is ahead. That means what? If some event is ahead, that means what? You can do some delay also, no problem. But if it is on time, you cannot do any delay. So no delay, right? And if it is negative, that means what? Already delayed, right? Running behind, right? Already delayed, or I can say it's not ahead, it is what? Behind. So when it is already delayed, or it is running behind, or it is on time, in both the cases, no delay is allowed, because if it is on time, you allow one delay, then what will happen? If you allow any delay, it will become delayed, right? It will become what? Delayed. Therefore, it is running on time. Okay. So either it run on time, that is slack is 0, or it is already delayed. Then you allow, no delay is allowed. But if it is positive, that means what? It is running ahead, that means some amount of delay is allowed. That delay amount is how much? The slack value. Everybody understood how to find out the slack value? Now tell me the slack values. I can easily find out slack values, right? Suppose I am finding the slack values in red, suppose. So I can say the slack value for first one is 0, 0 minus 0. Here also 0, 0 minus 0. 13 minus 13. Here also 0, yes, yes. Here also 0, yes. Here slack value is 6, 39 minus 3, 33, 6. Here it is 0, yes, yes. Here it is what? It is 7 here, and here it is 7. So if a network is given, and I am asking you the TETL of any node or event, or the slack of any node or event, you can easily draw this diagram and find the answer, right? You can easily draw this diagram and find the answer. Understood? Yes. So I am giving one question. I am giving you this question. I'll ask you that which node or which event can be delayed and by how many days? By how many days? Which event can be delayed and by how many days? So if this question is like this, so what you do? You find out the TETL of each node and slack time of each node. So come on, start doing yourself. Do this. I'm giving you time, do this. चलो शुरू हो जाओ. Everybody got the TETL or not? Any doubt in finding TETL? Any doubt in finding TETL? Slack time 0, 0, 0, 0. Here slack time 2. Yes, that means other events are going on time. Others are on time. Only the event number 3 is ahead of how much? 2 days. So it can be delayed by 2 days. The answer is event 3 can be delayed by 2 days. Everybody got this question or not? Everybody understood this question or not? Yes, any doubt anywhere, tell me. Any doubt anywhere. What kind of questions will be asked in the examination? And if you are conceptually good, you can solve these questions within what? Within 1-2 minutes. Within 1-2 minutes. They will not give you very big networks. They will give you small networks like this. This started with a big network to make you understand. Okay. TL of 2. Okay. TL of 2. You see, when you are seeing TL of 2, there are two options. Either you do 30 minus 7. 30 minus 7 is how much? 23. Or you do 19 minus 9. That is how much? 10. And you will choose which one? Smaller one. No? 30 minus 7. Yes. Or 19 minus 9. So choose the smaller one. 10. Understood? Any other doubt? Ask me. Any other doubt in this particular thing? Ask me. I will then go to the next question. Clear? Everyone is clear in this question? Everybody is clear in this question? Yes? Can we move to the next question? Can we move to the next question? Yes. Chalo. Solve this question. This question I have already solved once. This question I have already solved once. So, but still I gave this question. Solve this. Find the select time for event 3 and 5. Okay. For 3 and 5, find out the select time. So, 3 and 5. So, again, you do the things. You can draw the table also. For 3 and 5, find out the select time. You have to first get the TLT, na? Start with 0 %. 5th one T, we have two options. 16. You can draw there also, can draw a table also, depends on you, wherever you're comfortable. Do your, I am doing my way, you do your way. two options. Hundred. 76. Okay, I got it. So slack time for third, the slack time for third node and fifth node 36, and slack time will be 36 here, and slack time for this will be 48. In fact, for others the slack time is 0 actually. In fact, for others the slack time is 0 only. Got everyone? Got everyone? If I do, you can do it this way also. 0, you add 16, so 16, you add 36, so 52, you add 40 here, 92, you add 24 here, 40. So this fifth one has two options, either 52 or 24, so I'll choose the larger one, 52. Then this seventh one has three options, 92 plus 16, 108, then 60, and then 72, so larger one, so 108, and this is 120 only. Then going back, 120, 108, this is 92, this is 52. For the fifth one, there's only one option, that is 108 minus 8, that is 100 only. Yes. For third one, there are two options, 108 minus 32, 76, and then 100 minus 32, 12, that is 88. Two options are there, right? 88 and 76. So I'll choose the less one, 76. And this is 16, this is 0. So you can see others have slack time 0, but this has slack time of 36 and this has slack time of 48. That was the question, ladies and gentlemen, and the answer is, for third it is 36 and it is 48. Everybody got it? Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt in the question? No doubts. Okay. Then we'll go into something on floats. Something on floats. Okay. Now I am not going to explain the concept of float and other things. I will just teach you how to find out. Because obviously, if I teach float in 4 hours, obviously I cannot teach you float 4 hours now. Okay. But I will certainly teach you how to find out float and other things in a very fast manner. So how to find out float? There is something known as total float. I will tell you 3 things. There is something known as total float. Okay. FT. There is something known as your free float. Okay. FF. There is something known as your independent float. Is what? Still making sound. Let it be. This is the last thing, then we will end the class anyhow. Independent float. An independent float is what? FID. Okay. So the examination, they will be asking you these 3 values. Okay. These 3 values they will be asking. How to find out? I'll teach you. Don't worry. I'll teach you. Don't worry. So the float values, they belong to a particular activity. Okay. Now suppose this is an I node, this is J node, and this activity is having a duration of Tij. Yes. Now this node will have a TL and TE. Yes. This node will also have a TL and TE. Yes. Now when I am talking about total float, I'm talking about total float. Okay, how to find out total float? It's very easy. Total float will be TLJ minus your Tij minus Tej, Tei. Yes, yes, this is the total float. But it is difficult to remember, right? It is difficult to remember. Difficult to remember. Easy way is just remember this flow. Just remember this flow. So once you have drawn, you have found out the TLTE, this is the flow. This is how you find out what? Total float. It is easy now, you see. TL of J minus Tij minus Tei. So now suppose this is an activity. I am asking you the total float of this activity. Suppose the activity name is A. Can you give me the total float of this activity? Tell me. Fatak se tell me total float of this activity. Tell me. Chalo, batao. How much is the total float for the activity A? What is the total float for this activity A? Tell me. What is total float for this activity A? Tell me. Tell me quickly. Quickly. Remember the flow. Like this you have to go. Remember the flow. If you remember the flow, it's very easy. This very short trick many people know. I'm just repeating it. So it is how much you see? 56 minus 14 minus 8 giving me how much? Giving me 34. Total float. Very easy to find. Very easy to find. Total float. Okay? Okay? Total float. Now coming to your free float. See, this J is known as what? This is known as the head node and this is known as the tail node. Head node and tail node. Why? Because the arrow is indicating here, na? Therefore it is known as what? Head node and this is known as tail node. Okay. Now what is the free float? That is very easy. Free float will be total float. Once you get the total float, subtract the slack of the head node. Subtract the slack of the head node. That will give me what? Free float. So now can you tell me the free float of this activity A? Can you give me the free float of activity A? Can you give me the free float of activity A? How much it will be? Tell me. Free float of activity A. What is the free float of activity A? 10. 10. Very good. See, total float is 34. Total float is 34 minus. What is the slack value? What is the slack value of this head node? Head node means where the arrow is indicating. Where the arrow is indicating. This is the head node, right? Now tell me for the head node. Okay. For the head node, what is your slack? The slack is your 24, na? You see, 56 minus 32, 24. Subtract 24, 10. Easy, na? Easy, na? Easy. See, obviously there are many concepts and they can ask some complicated questions also. But my aim is that at least you should be able to solve the basic questions. Now, what is the independent float? That is very easy. Independent float will be free float. Once you find out the free float, okay? Once you find out the free float, subtract the slack of the tail node. I means what? The tail node. Now tell me what is the independent float of this. What is the independent float of this particular activity A? What is the independent float of this activity A? What is the independent float of this activity A? 2, na? Yes. How? The free float is how much? It is 10. We already got. Now the slack. Now the slack of your tail. This is the tail, na? So what is the slack here? TL minus T, that is 8. So subtract 8. How much are you getting? You're getting 2. So any activity, hello, any activity, if I give you and I give you this TLTE, this is actually TE, actually misprint TE. I give you TLTE, and you know how to find out TLTE, by the way, right? You know now in a network how to find out TLTE. I have already taught. You can find out the total float, free float, and independent float. We'll solve one question, that will be the end of the session. We solve one question, that will be the end of session. Okay, one question we'll solve at the end of the session. This is the network. Okay, network. So first of all, if we want to find out for different activities A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, whatever, first thing you should do is what? You have to first find out what? TL and TL. TL and T. Let us find out TL and T. Chalo. Let us find out TL and T. Okay. Let us find out TL and T. Let us first find out TL and T. The last question, and I have almost covered all the important portion of CPM. I'll guide you also other things, don't worry. Okay. First job is to find out TL and T, because without finding TL and T, we cannot find out these things, right? Let us start 0. Okay. Then I think 8 here. This will be 2. This will be 7. Okay. Then here you have two options, 5 and 13. So 13. Okay. Here we have two options, 17 and 14. So 17. Here we have two options, 11 and 15. So 15. It is 2 times root. And this was 22, 21. Let me see. 0, 8, 7, 2, 5, 13, 17, 14, 17, 11, 15, 15, 21, 22, 22. Yes. Let us go to finding what? This TL. TL 22, 17, 11, 11, 11, 11, 16, na? 16. 16, na? 14, 12 and 7, 7, 0, 11. Okay, any mistake I have done? Let us see. Fourth one you are telling 8, 22, 22. Yeah. Okay, you are writing the things. Okay. Fourth one you are telling 11 and 8. Yeah. Sixth one you are telling 17, 17. Correct. Third one you are telling 7, 7. Correct. And then second one you are telling 2, 11. Correct. Then fifth one 13, 14. Correct. Seventh one 15, 16. Correct. Correct. Everybody, anybody facing any difficulty in finding TETL? Anybody facing any difficulty in finding TETL? Tell me. Anybody finding any major? See, some difficulty you might be facing. I am talking about any major any major difficulty you faced in finding TE and TL. Any major difficulty? I have solved a lot of questions now. I have solved a lot of questions now, right? Easy, easy. Now what you will do? Okay, chalo. Total float, free float, independent float. Okay, chalo. Let us first find out for the first activity. For the first activity, what I told, the flow you know na. See, if you are facing difficulty na from the diagram, then draw that activity. Activity A I can draw like this na. You see, draw that activity. Yeah, draw it. 2, 11, 2. Then what? Then 0, 0. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is activity A na. Draw it separately. Draw it separately. Draw it. No problem. Then go by the flow. So what is the total float of activity A? It is 9, right? It is 9. Yes. Then the free float is what? Free float is 9 minus the slack of the head event. Now slack of the head event is how much? 9 na? So 0. And what is the independent float? Independent float is free float minus slack of the tail event, which is 0. So how much? 900. Any doubt in finding the total float, free float and the independent float of your activity A? Please tell me in the comment section. Any doubt for first one? No doubts. Now give me for B then. Give me for B then. For B, draw it separately. See, if you are finding it difficult, draw the B activity separately. 0, 0, 7, 7 and 7. Tell me, what are the total float, free float and independent float of this activity B? See, draw it separately. If you are facing difficulty from the diagram, getting confused from the diagram, draw it separately. Draw it separately. Anytime you face anything, others are answering, answer, Baba, everybody I want to answer. Somebody has answered doesn't mean that you will not answer. Everybody answer, tell me. Answer, tell me. This is the last question, by the way. I know after this mind is not working. You want lunch. Don't worry. This is the last question. चलो बताओ. ये बता नहीं रहा. ठीक है. मैं खुद ही अपने आप को पढ़ा के चला जाऊंगा. ठीक है. मेरा एग्जाम है. I have exam. Zero, 0, 0. Very good. 0, 0, 0. Why? You see? 7 minus 7 minus 0, 0. Then free float is what? See, once you find out the slack. Here slack is 0. Here slack is 0. So what I can do? What I can do? 0 minus 0, 0. Then 0 minus 0, 0. Similarly, for activity C, now you can do, right? Now activity C, total float will be how much? Activity C, total float will be 3 na? Total float is 3 na? Yes. Total float is 3 na? Yes. Total float is 3 na? Yes. Total float is 3. How? Draw this. Draw C separately. अरे बाबा draw कर लो. Confusion क्यों हो रहा है? Draw कर लो ना. 8 है. ये 11 है. ये 8 है. ये 0, 0 है. इसका slack कितना है? इसका slack 0 है. इसका slack 3 है. Total float कैसे निकालोगे? ऐसा करके. ये क्या हो गया? 11 minus 8 is 3. Then your free float is what? Total float, that is 3 minus the slack of head, that is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Yes. Then what? Independent float is what? Free float, that is 0. 0 minus slack of tail, that is how much? 0. 0. Understood? See, this is I, this is J. Yes. Next, for D1. For D1, what is the total float? For the D1, total float will be how much? It is 14 minus 3 minus 2. 14 minus 3 minus 2, right? 14 minus 3 minus 2, 9. 9. Then I will draw here again. I will draw for everyone, so everybody, so that you don't get confused. 14, 13, 11, 2, 3, 14 minus 3 is 11, 11 minus 2 is 9, right? That is total float. What is free float here? What is free float? Free float will be, find out the slack values. What is slack value? Slack value is 1 here, slack value is 9 here, right? So what I can do? That 14, that is 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 free float. That is how much? 9 minus 1 free float is 8. Is 8. Then independent float will be 8 minus 9. That is how much? Minus 1, right? Then coming to E. Draw everything. If you have any confusion, draw it again. Okay, if you have any confusion, draw it again. I am drawing for everyone. See, I can see from the diagram and find out. I have practiced ho gaya hai. But if you are facing any difficulty, then draw it, 7, 7, 14, 13, 6. This is for E. 1. E is 1, right? 1. Then free float will be what? Find out the slack values. Slack is 0, 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, and then 0 minus 0 is 0. Yes. Then for F. Now I will not draw. Now you draw and find out. I am writing. For F it will be F 0, 0, 0, 0, F 0. Then G. G is 16 minus 4 is 12, 12 minus 4. G is 5, 5, G is 5, yes. G is 5. Then free float will be 5 minus 1, 4. Then 4 minus 0. So 4. Yes, G is this one. Okay, it got hidden. So I'll write down G here. It's all G here. So G is 5, 4, 4. Then H. H is 11 minus 3, right? 3. Then 3, 0. Then I. अरे बाबा क्या हो गया इसको? Okay, I. हो गया, ठीक हो गया. बीमारी ठीक हो गया. I will be 14 minus 14. 14 minus 13, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 1, minus 1, na? Yes, minus 1. I is this. Then J. J क्या है? 17, 0. J is 0. Then 0, 0, 0. Very good. एक K बच गया, K को यहाँ लिख देते हैं ना, बेचारा K बुरा मान जाएगा. So K is 22 minus 6, 16 minus 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Done, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Clear. Good. So by this question, I think you can find out now free float, this total float and independent float of anyone. I is 100. 10. I you are telling 100. How, Baba? I, you see, if I draw I here, 2, 16, 15, 14, 13. So what will happen? 1. Then slack value is how much? Slack value is 1 here, slack value is 1 here. So what will happen? 1 minus 1 is 0. A classing topic chances are very less for the GATE exam, so I will not do. Crashing topic has very less chance of being asked in the GATE exam. So certainly they can ask you, but chances are very less. So therefore I will not revise that. Okay. I am revising those topics which have maximum probability of being asked in the examination. And obviously this question, they will not ask for all the things, right? Tell me, will they ask you all the things? No, they will not ask you all the things, na? They will ask you for one activity only. They will ask you for one activity only. Here I solved everything because they can ask any activity, so you should be ready. Okay? So obviously they will not be asking you such a lengthy question. Nah? They will not be asking such a lengthy question. They will give you for one. Suppose they'll ask you for, suppose C or suppose F. Huh? They will pick one and ask you. So obviously they are not going to ask you find out for everything. But got clear. So that's it. That's it. Very good. This was same question only. Okay. So now this is the end of CPM part. This is the end of CPM part. Okay. Critical path method and PUT, program evaluation review technique. Some theoretical things I want to discuss here, that I will discuss first. Yeah, some theoretical questions they ask from CPN and PUT, that we'll discuss. See, this subject is construction planning management. In this we have two methods. See, CPM is critical path method and the subject name is construction planning management, so both are having same short name. Free float of k is 0. Free float of k is 0. Free float is 0. How? No. How it will be 0? See, head node slack is what? Head node slack is 0, na? If total float is 1, then 1 minus 0 is 1, na? Yes or no? Understood? See, for the K activity, this is the head node. Head node slack is what? 0, na? So head node slack is 0 and total float is 1. So 1 minus head node slack, that is 0, that is 1 or 0 is 1. Okay, alright, very good. Now, coming back to here, theoretical questions. This critical path method, this is what? Program evaluation review technique. So some theoretical questions can be asked and we should be knowing that. First is full form. Yes. Here we have 3 time estimates. We know the 3 time estimates, right? Here we have 3 time estimates. Here we have only 1 time estimate, that is what? The expected time. The expected time is the only time estimate here. Okay. Here 3 time estimates, that is T0, TP and TM, right? This method is probabilistic method. Okay, this is applicable for what? Research programs, and it is deterministic. Critical path method will apply for deterministic. Okay. Now, all the slack business we do for what? So this is slack oriented and this is what? Float oriented. This is slack oriented, this is float oriented. Okay. See, network diagram is same. When you are finding slack or finding, float, network diagram is same. Just giving 2 methods. Now, slack belongs to whom? Activity or an event? Tell me. Slack belongs to whom? Activity or an event? Tell me, slack belongs to whom? Activity or event? Activity or event? Slack belongs to event. Always remember, slack belongs to event. So this is event oriented. This is what? Event oriented slack based. Event oriented slack based because the slack belongs to this. Now similarly, tell me what you can say about your critical path method. Similarly, tell me what you can say about the critical path method. Tell me what you can say about critical path method. Tell me. Like I told, event oriented slack based. But tell me what you can say about CPM. Tell me what you can say about CPM. Tell me. This is activity oriented. Yes, activity oriented float based. Very good. Yes, activity oriented, float based, because float belongs to what? Float belongs to an activity, na? Float belongs to activity. Yes, we use slack to find out the float. See, by pre-float you are using the slack values. Okay, that's a different thing. But the three floats, that let it be total float or free float, independent float, it belongs to what? It belongs to the activity. So therefore this, very good, nice. So these are the theoretical questions which they can ask you in the examination. Okay. So from construction planning management, which consists of critical path method and your program review, a program evaluation review technique, some theoretical questions like this can be asked. They can ask you total float, free float and independent float. I taught you how to find out. Okay, in short time I told you how to find out. Then they can ask you the slack of different events. I also taught you how to find out the slack also. Yes. Then after the slack, before the slack, I taught you all the questions on probability. Okay, how to find out probability. And for finding probability, you should know the expected time of the project and sigma of the project. So how to find out those things also we learned initially. Yes. So I think that gives a very, we can say, short and effective revision of the critical path method and part for our upcoming GATE examination. Most of the questions will be from this. Now, some additional things. Now coming to building material. Okay, I am not going to teach you building material because building material I have covered in details. So from where you have to study, I will guide you. Okay. Now building material as far as your GATE is concerned, because you have to prepare for GATE. So in GATE we have only what? We have only cement and concrete. Cement, concrete and steel. That's it. Cement, concrete and steel. We don't have timber, we don't have bricks. Yes, some questions were asked before, but it have been removed from the syllabus. Okay. So building material for GATE will be only cement, concrete and steel, not more than that. Okay. So in cement, the most important first thing is what? The composition. So in composition, I have taken box compound in cement. You can refer this video. It's a 15 minutes video. It's a 15 minutes video. If you cover this, your most important portion of cement will be covered. It is available in this. You can search also. Okay, no problem. Okay. For cement, the composition, their properties, their orders. Okay. Next, when we see the numericals from concrete, see from concrete, what kind of numericals can be asked? This can be asked on what? The FCK, right? FCK. Then concrete testing, when we get what? The compressive strength and the different tension strength, right? Compression strength, compressive strength, okay? And tensile strength, okay? So all those numericals, okay? All those numericals I have covered in this formula memory test. Okay, so if you refer this video, you will get all the types of question. Also for steel also. Steel also we have tensile strength, right? Steel also we have tensile strength. So for concrete we have what? Both compressive strength and tensile strength. For steel, most important is tensile strength. And that is covered. I have covered in very nice short time. Okay, I have covered that in your formula memory test, where we have solved questions also. Not only you will get the formula, you will of course get numericals also. I have solved numericals also in this. Okay. Then other theoretical questions of your cement and concrete. Okay. हाँ आ सकता है, वही तो बता रहे हैं भाई, बता रहे हैं, मैं बता रहा है, वही तो बता रहा है, शांति, थंबा. See, so from this video you can revise the numericals of compressive strength and concrete and steel. I have covered them in this particular video. In this MSQ special, I have discussed the cement theoretical questions, MSQs. Okay, so your cement theoretical questions will be revised if you cover this MSQ special building material. Also, I have solved 40 objectives of cement where all the things are covered. 40 objective of cement, it is available in this particular thing also. Here I have covered what things? I have covered the composition. Right? I have covered the types of cement. Yes. Questions on types of cement, and then what? Tests on cement. So all these things I have covered in this video. If you cover these 40 questions, you can be sure that you will be able to get one question from these 40 questions. Apart from that, I have taught building material and construction planning management, these expected questions. If you refer this video, in this video I have taught CPM also, but CPM today I covered everything, almost all the important portions of CPM I have covered today only. Okay, so no need to go to the, no need to refer to the CPM part. In that video I will tell you from where you have to see, don't worry, I will guide you also. So that most expected building material, just wait. अरे तो इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है, चल चल चल, अरे क्या हो गया इसका, इंटरनेट को क्या हो गया, अरे गजब है, 1 सेकेंड ना, ये इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है, नहीं चल गया चल गया चल गया चल गया चल गया थोड़ा इसको रिक्वेस्ट करने चलता है, मेरी तरह है मेरे को भी, इफ यू रिक्वेस्ट नाइसली आई विल डू, इफ यू टेल मी इन aggressive tone then I will also show my sweet aggression. In this video there are other questions also which you can solve, and I have taught this mixed design for the gate. Okay, let me tell you the time. Yeah, so from 1 hour 12 minutes. Okay, I have taught mixed design for your gate examination. I have solved one, I have explained also, and I have solved one question also, 2 questions actually I have solved. So in this video, if you go, you can refer to mixed design. I have covered the mixed design in 20-25 minutes. In 20-25 minutes, this is covered. So from this time, you can cover one mixed design. I have explained also. and I have solved a question also. Okay. So this much I think will be sufficient for your building material. Yes or no? These things will be sufficient for building material or not? Don't refer to more. 40 objectives from here, mixed design from here, yes, and then cement theoretical, more questions here, and then concrete testing and steel testing, all kind of formulas and numericals. That's what I'm telling, na Prasant. I can't cover that in 2-3 hours. That's what I'm telling. You want to what? In 4 hours I will teach you 30 hours of content. That is not possible, na. See, if I start teaching float, it will take me 4-5 hours minimum to explain the whole concept of float. Here I am trying to cover whatever is possible for the gate examination, and obviously see, try to understand. You should have studied before, but since it's a fast revision kind of thing, therefore I am only solving numericals and the most expected things. This is not that, and I am to, for that is already taken in the app. In the app I have taught. If you go to app, in the live classes I have taught in details all this type of floats, what they exactly mean, how they are derived, why this formula came into picture, all those things I have explained there. But obviously I can't do here because of less time. I cannot, because that will take 4-5 hours. I cannot explain in short time. Okay. Okay, so these 4 things you have to cover. Everybody understood? Mixed design from this video, 40 objectives of cement from this video. Okay, cement, this is not only cement, this is cement, concrete, steel, theoretical questions, MSQs I have solved. Okay, so MSQs I have solved, and this is here, and then building material, more testing numericals I have solved here. Okay, these 4 videos, and this video, if you see, your building material will be ready. Very good. So again, the announcements on 21st and 22nd, don't go. I have one good announcement also. Marathon will be there. And as I told in the prediction series, okay, I will also take CPM. So when I take CPM plus building material in prediction series, okay, I think on 30th of December I will be taking that. There I will teach something on cost estimation also. I will teach depreciation and other cost estimation things which can be asked in the gate. Okay, plus cost estimation questions I will solve in this prediction series. I will solve that. But depreciation and some basic questions on cost estimations are asked. Okay, so that will be taught when? In this prediction series, when I take CPM and PUT. That will be on 30th of December. Okay. Okay, 30th December. Okay, elongation, that becomes more highway thing actually, aggregates. That becomes more highway thing actually. Okay, so 30th December I will be teaching you depreciation. There are 5 methods of depreciations that I will teach in the 30th December. Okay, so quite time is there, till the time you revise this one. Okay, and in formula series, formula series I am not going to take a CPM part. What is there, how much formula is there? Okay, so there I will only teach RCC steel. I am not going to teach CPM part. Oh, and in this prediction series, when I take CPM plus building material, January, sorry, I am forgetting the month. Okay, I will be teaching you depreciation and cost estimation. So those students who are following me from starting, they will be more benefited. If somebody is thinking नहीं पढ़ाई नहीं करूँगा, एक बार आऊँगा मैराथन देख के सब करके चला जाऊँगा, तो मैं बोलूँगा कि मैं भी बहुत बड़े वाला हूँ. If you are thinking that na one marathon I will come and I will clean ship. Okay, I am also, you are student means I am your teacher. So students who are following me consistently, they will be benefited more actually. Therefore I cover some things in different sessions. Okay, so students who are my regular followers, they get benefited. I told na I don't eat as in one, I eat small. So I also teach in that like this only. So those students who have patience and who focus on covering things in a systematic way, so they will be more benefited. So this much will be gate examination. Okay, and obviously float, as some students have asked, obviously some other session will take after gate, where we will I will focus more on the theoretical aspects of float and all, but obviously now time is very less. See, now time is very less that I go into theoretical aspects of float and all, that will take a lot of time. So obviously we should not be focusing on that. Some other day we will take after the gate examination or what. But now focus on all the things which I have taught in this particular lecture, and whatever guidance I gave you for the building material, that will be sufficient for your building material and CPM part, along with depreciation cost estimation, which I will teach in the prediction series. That will be sufficient for your gate examination. Okay. Thank you very much then. Have a nice day. See you in the prediction series. Okay, in the prediction series is starting on 23rd of, in the prediction series 23rd I will be no, I have not taken any crashing lecture, because crashing chances are very less in the gate exam. I will not say 0 probability, but chances are very less. Okay, and crashing obviously crashing is more asked in ESC mains actually, where it's a little lengthy actually, but okay. But some things about crashing, because like the indirect cost, direct cost and all, that is part of cost estimation, that I will teach in the prediction series, where I will be teaching you direct cost, indirect cost, cost slope, okay, cost slope, all those things. Some basics I will teach, but not the lengthy crashing questions. That I will not solve. Because that is not that in examination they have less chance. But yes, some things related to crashing, like obviously crashing means you should know what is indirect cost, direct cost, what is the cost slope, what is the crash time. Obviously I have to teach that. So that basic thing I will teach in the cost estimation, but not in details like that. Okay, so we'll meet in prediction series on 23rd. I will be teaching some steel. So steel already we have covered. So in steel I will be solving questions of plastic analysis only. In steel I will be solving only questions of plastic analysis, because plastic analysis I didn't take in the marathon, if you remember. I didn't teach in marathon what? Plastic analysis. So in the prediction series I will be solving 10 very good questions of plastic analysis. So the students who are following me consistently, they will be getting benefited, and those who want to have clean sweep, they can sweep something else. Okay. Thank you very much. So 23rd we will meet with the steel plastic analysis, where we will be solving questions of collapse load, safe factor, and some important questions. Okay. Thank you very much then. Bye bye. Have a nice time. Yeah. Pre-stress. Yeah. Very good. So in this prediction series, I have planned 23rd I will be taking plastic questions, because I didn't cover that in the marathon, and 27th 27 is Friday, na? 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. 27 I will be taking RCC, na? There I will only solve pre-stress question. I will not solve RCC. I only solve pre-stress questions, losses and stress analysis, load balancing, and all those stuff. Okay. So those students who have been consistently following me and they were having patience, they didn't judge me like, sir ने तो नहीं करवाया, पूरा नहीं करवाया, ये नहीं करवाया, वो नहीं करवाया, तो फिर उनके लिए करते रहे. I had one friend we used to have a joke for him, करते रहे. So all those करते stuff, I am not going to entertain them. But students who have patience, okay, and who also believe in my style of learning, slow and steady, covering different topics, okay. So on 23rd, I will be taking plastic analysis in prediction series, okay. So we'll solve questions in, see, it will be written steel structures, but I will teach plastic analysis because plastic analysis is part of steel structures. The marathon I have taught more important topics. So plastic analysis, 10 questions I will solve, and in the 10 questions I will try to cover the all important things. And 27th I will be taking RCC. In RCC we will be focusing on what? Pre-stress. In that also in 10 questions I will try to fit in all the important concepts of pre-stress. That will be a very thorough thing. And on 30 there will be some formula revision, and I told na, in 30 I will be taking this CPM part. In that I will be teaching you depreciation, and I told you what? Cost estimation stuff. So whatever things which I didn't focus in the marathon, I will be focusing in the next series. Thank you very much. Bye bye.